If you want to make a lot of money by learning a high-income skill, keep watching today's video. In today's video, I'm actually gonna tell you about a few options that you might have. You might realize that you have these skills already, or for some of these skills come naturally, or maybe you have some educational background in them. So without any further ado, let's break down 4 high-income skills in 2021. And the first one I want to talk about is coaching and consulting. Coaching and consulting industry is huge in the Western market, with coaching and consulting making huge amount is not even a big deal, because most good quality coaches charge between $3 to at least $10 per hour of consulting, and you could just consult someone for 10 hours or consult multiple people on multiple days, and you could make a lot of money. Note that when you're starting in coaching or consulting, you might not be making thousands per hour, but even if it's just a few hundreds, it really adds up pretty quickly. If you can be a coach with proven experience in certain fields like fitness, writing, career, etc., you will be well paid. Okay, so if you want to get started with coaching and consulting, first step to get started would be think about what is something you're really good at, and then do some market research to see if there are coaches offering similar services, and then you can decide if you are capable enough to do it or not. Some industries do require a certification, but most of them are pretty easy to acquire, and I'm pretty sure coaching and consulting can be a great choice provided you have the will to teach others and improve others' lives. Now, the second high-income skill I want to talk about is content creation. You must have seen people go viral each and every day, and you could be the next. To be honest, getting viral today is not really that big of a deal. What really matters more in content creation is actually retaining that audience and monetizing that audience. You could be an influencer by creating some great content that only you can create, but you will not be making money unless you know how to utilize this audience for getting brand sponsorships, utilize this audience for selling them something that maybe you've created, maybe digital product, maybe physical product, merchandise, etc. But regardless of what you're doing, content creation is definitely one of the most rewarding professions today, because attention has become the new currency. So might as well get used to it. Now that I've given you content creation, one other thing that I have experience of, I want to talk about a couple of fields which are really high paying that I don't have experience of, but I do have friends who tell me that it's really lucrative. So the number one would be UX design. So have you ever used an app, or you went to a website and you found it really hard to navigate? Yes, they probably forgot to hire one, and you could pitch them your service if you are good with design. Also, if you have the additional skill of coding, although my friends do tell me that coding is not necessary, but it helps in UX design. So if you are someone with these skills, maybe you should explore these options. You could start freelancing, and you could work with multiple people, brands and businesses to improve their apps user experience. And yes, that is basically what you do. And the next field that I recommend is AI, or artificial intelligence. Again, I have no first-hand experience of this field, but this industry is growing really fast. If you have interest in AI, or if you have a computer science background, you know about Python, Java, C++, etc. languages, this is probably going to be a good field for you. Once again, this is not something I have first-hand experience of, so please do your own research after this video, but it is definitely a high-paying skill. Coming back to the skills I have next would be writing. Okay, simple writing. Writing can pay you really well in 2 categories: business writing, copywriting. Copywriting is basically when you're writing for sales. Okay, not necessarily sales all the time, although most of the time it's written for sales, but copy is basically any text that is written to get the viewer's actions. Okay, and usually the action is to click the shop now or buy now button, but it can also be to register for a webinar, to even simply just engage with the post. Okay, copy is basically text that converts people. All right, so in case an ad popped up on your feed and it told you that, oh my god, this is the best shades ever and you need to get it right now, that was copy. In case you were watching someone's video and they start talking about